By the time you're done watching this video, you will know how to take beautiful pictures of jewelry like the ones you're seeing on the screen right now. And the best part about it is that you will know how to do it all by yourself at home using your phone only. Yes, I know it's hard to believe in it, but it is true. I took all of these pictures right here using my phone. I didn't use any tripod. I did not use any fancy equipment. And today I'm gonna teach you how you can do the exact same. And if you're interested, stick around until the end of this video because I'm gonna show you a super easy AI tool that allows you to see what your jewelry would look like on a real model. So without further ado, let's just get into this video. But don't forget to subscribe first because we have many more cool videos coming out and we love when people subscribe to this channel. Okay. Let's just get into it. The three key components to getting jewelry photography right are lighting, styling, and editing. And I will cover all three of them. Plus, we're gonna follow the golden rule of business. Don't reinvent the wheel, just learn from the best. And that's why the information I'm gonna share with you in this video is not only based on my personal feeling towards jewelry photography, but we actually went out there and we interviewed over 1,000 e-commerce businesses in US and the UK, and the result is this. Our new jewelry photography and trend report. And luckily for you, I read the whole thing and I'm gonna share some of the most interesting findings with you in this video. If you wanna download the report for free, I will leave a link to it in the description of this video. Actually, one of the most surprising findings in our report was the fact that many jewelry brands are starting to lean back towards photographing in natural light because this type of content often resonates more with consumers, and what resonates more brings more sales. So you definitely want to learn how to work with natural light. But what do you do if you don't have good natural light? I'm myself not blessed with great natural light conditions. I live in Paris. It's always gloomy here. It's always raining, right? So what you're gonna need is two simple props. 2 sheets of regular A4 paper. I just stole it from the printer, and a desk lamp. This is a normal desk lamp, not anything fancy, not like a professional equipment for sure. So we're gonna use these two to help us to create better light conditions. And also another useful thing might be a cloth or just a piece of paper. I use this to clean my glasses. So ideally, every time you shoot, you would wanna use that to clean your lens, and also, most important of all, clean your jewelry. You don't want any dust, and you definitely don't want your fingerprints. So every time you're shooting jewelry, use a piece of fabric to pick it up. And the last thing you want to do before you start taking pictures is make sure that your phone is on the right settings. If you're an iPhone user, go into setting, camera. The first thing you want to do is that you want to turn your grid on. The grid is going to help you to make pictures more even. Yes, you could do that in editing, but it tends to decrease the quality of pictures and you really don't want that. Second thing you're going to do is that you're going to go into format and you're going to choose Pro resolution control, which will basically make the quality of your pictures even better, and it will allow you to have more control in editing later. Okay, so we're pretty much ready for the action, aka taking pictures. The first thing I'm gonna shoot is this ring. This type of jewelry is probably the most difficult jewelry to shoot because it reflects the light, it's shiny, and it also has little diamonds which also reflect the light. But no worries, we know how to handle that. I'm gonna show you some tips and tricks. We're gonna put the ring in the middle of the white paper. The white paper is not our background, we're just using it for the light. We're using it to reflect the light. If I would put the ring on this table, the table is dark and the ring reflects, it's like a mirror, right? So it might affect the color of the ring, and we do not want that. We want the ring to look as realistic as possible, right? So what I'm actually gonna do is that I'm gonna hold one piece of paper. So these two pieces of paper are basically like a little homemade softbox. Yes, you could also get a softbox from Amazon, but to be fair, I am myself a big advocate of just creating with what you have, because a lot of the time you would be really surprised how good the results are, and you really don't need all these fancy things that people are trying to sell to you. So what I'm gonna do is that I will take pictures holding my phone like this, horizontally, landscape, sideways, whatever you want to call it, right? The reason why I'm doing it like this is not because I want landscape pictures. No, we're gonna change that in editing later, but it allows me to have more stability, to use my phone without a tripod. It's basically easier to put your phone down and support your hand so it doesn't shake, and you get better quality shots like that. It also allows you to get closer to your jewelry, because if I would hold my phone like this, I would have to do like this awkward angle, right? Another useful tip that you can experiment with would be flipping your phone sideways so the camera is close to the table, because that allows you to get even closer to your jewelry. So you can do really good quality close-up shots of details. Before you start shooting, what you wanna do is that you wanna tap on the jewelry, tap on your product, and hold it to lock the focus. We're basically ready. We are ready. Since, as I told you, the natural light in this room is not really giving what I wanted to. I did what I told you not to do. I didn't follow my own teachings, as many people on the internet. No, I'm gonna make it right. I touched the ring with my finger. So I'm gonna use this lamp to get, what is this? Lol. I forgot to plug it in. As you can see, I am not a professional. I'm just a girl who read a very good jewelry report, watched a bunch of YouTube videos, and figured out how to shoot jewelry. And now I'm just gonna share what I've learned with you so we can learn together. Good learning for the future. Remember to plug your lamp before shooting. We've got this. Okay, so obviously every single piece of jewelry you're gonna shoot is gonna be different. So what you've gotta do is that you need to play with the light, see where it works best. I think it works best if I hold it like this, kind of up front, and then take the other piece of paper and move it around to see how the light and the reflection changes depending on how you move your paper. It works. It's like magic. Oh my God, it actually makes such a big difference. Who would have thought? It brings out the shine. Okay, once you start shooting, you're probably gonna ask yourself, how many pictures should I take? What works best is anywhere from 3 to 5 pictures, depending on your product. You don't wanna give too little, but you also don't wanna spam people with too many. You need to shoot your product from each side. When you're selling online, these pictures are really everything your customer will have to make the decision. So you do wanna give them realistic expectations to what your jewelry really looks like, but you also wanna make these pictures really good, because the better the pictures, the better the sales. That's just a fact. And if you're shooting several items, I would really recommend you to create a simple checklist on your phone with every picture that you want to take, just to make sure you won't forget anything. So what type of pictures work best for jewelry? What we found out is that 82% of jewelry brands use multiple different styles of photography in one single listing. So what works best is the whole product shot from up front, highlighting that unique selling point. So for example, if you're photographing this necklace, the unique selling point is obviously gonna be this star on the whole product. You don't need to show the whole rope. Then you're gonna move on to detailed close-up shot. 45% of brands say that good detailed close-up shot can actually lead to more sales. Then you would wanna do a flat lay, so a top-down shot showing the whole product, and lifestyle pictures, so pictures of real people, models wearing your jewelry. But that we're gonna tackle at the end of the video, as I promised you. For now, let's focus on the most important part. How do we get this studio quality e-commerce shots? We talked about lighting, we talked about shooting jewelry. Now let's talk about styling and editing. The way I achieve these results is by using Photoroom and combining styling and editing. If you don't have Photoroom yet, here is a QR code. Scan it, download Photoroom. You can try Photoroom Pro for free if you want. And let me show you how I did it. So the first thing I did is that I upload the picture of my ring with transparent background. But what we want to do first is to do the studio quality shots. So I'm going to choose white backgrounds. Then I'm gonna go to resize because I do not want landscape shot. I wanna post it on Instagram, so let's do square. And once I have a nice square picture with white background and my ring in the middle, I'm gonna tap on the ring and make it bigger, place it in the middle. And the best thing about Photoroom is that it allows you to edit your product, the ring, and the background separately. So once I tap on the ring, I don't want to change the color of the background, right? So what I will do is that I will add a little bit of brightness, a little bit of highlight, and maybe a little bit of sharpness. Since we did shoot in RAW, I can edit without decreasing the quality of the ring, so that's great. But do remember not to edit too much. You want the ring, you want the product to be as realistic as possible, right? It does look a little bit off right now, and that's because we still don't have shadow. So that's the last and the most important thing we're gonna add here. You can add AI generated shadow on Photoroom. You can play with different styles of shadow. So hard, soft shadow, floating shadow, which will be really useful in case of a necklace like this. And then add floating shadow, which creates the illusion that the ring was actually hanging and not lying flat on the table. And this is the final result that we've got. And what I've actually noticed that recently a lot of successful jewelry brands like Pilgrim or Margaret May, who we actually had a chance to interview in this office right here, they're using like slightly grayish background. It often works really well with jewelry. So something in between white and gray. I will link Margaret May video up here if you want to learn about how to start a jewelry brand from scratch. Natalie, the founder of the brand, who's half Danish, half French. Some of her pieces are already sold out. So super inspiring story. Let's move on to styling. As you could see, I did not do much styling here. I don't have any props. What I did is that I went on AI backgrounds and I created these backgrounds, these pictures that you can see right now, fabric, stones, marble table with AI. This is all AI generated backgrounds. It looks super good. When I was doing research for this video and watching other YouTube videos, as I usually do, I was surprised how many people give you like really outdated advice and tell you to like go out to the woods and collect stones. You really don't need to do that anymore. AI is advanced enough to create realistic images of people, let alone stones. It can definitely handle that. That's how you basically skip the styling part. You create this styling while you're editing. And now let's move on to the best part of this video. How do you create realistic shots with models wearing your products without actually hiring models, hiring photographers, and paying lots of money for a shoot? You go on AI tools on Photoroom, you choose virtual model. Then you can pick the model that you want in your pictures. You upload your product shot, and that is it. You've got beautiful, realistic pictures of a model. Pretty cool, huh? And also pretty easy. It is a new feature that we just introduced recently, so I would love to hear your feedback in the comment section. Let me know if it worked for you. We're still working on it, but so far, so good, and it's only gonna get better. And honestly, it's kind of groundbreaking. I know I love to use that word a lot, but this is really groundbreaking because that means that even small business owners can create beautiful lifestyle photography. It's no longer something that only big corporation or big brands can do. Now, thanks to AI, anyone can do that and anyone can get creative. If you want to go even deeper, make sure to check out our jewelry industry report. We've got real data on what kind of images drive sales, what background performs best. It's super useful and it's free. I'll leave a link down in the description of this video. And as usual, if you have any question, any comments, feel free to ask. If you take any cool jewelry pictures, tag us on Instagram. Who knows? Maybe we'll even repost it. Guys, we've got clout on Instagram, okay? We've got many followers. and I would love to see your pictures. I would love to know if this video was helpful for you. And yeah, I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.